I'm actually starting this tutorial adding number 7 primer to the eyelids. I'm going to put some very strong colours on, so I want a really nice base, and I am going to go up just above the crease level, so I am going to take this quite high on the eye area. I love this base. I think it's amazing. I think it's really affordable. It feels very creamy on, and it keeps your shadows on all day. And that is the number 7 one. As you can see, I've had to relent and throw the old one away, and I have got the new one out now. So we are going to start with some MAC eyeshadow on the eyelid. Just want quite a nice sort of blank canvas going on. So I'm going to start with Vanilla, which is this one here. I think that this colour just brightens up the lid really nicely. And I'm now going to go in and I'm going to use, it's a trick that I've seen on a few videos lately that I've been watching in makeup tutorials, is to put a lovely sort of matte, lightish brown colour up in the crease area across, and it just gives some definition to the shadows and helps things blend more easily into a colour that's already there. So I'm going to try that for myself today in this tutorial, and I'm actually going to use a colour from the Naked 2 palette. So I'm going to use Tease from Urban Decay Naked 2 to achieve that look, hopefully. I use quite a fluffy brush and a light hand because I don't want this colour all over my eyes. And I've only done that bit there, but I like how it looks already. I think it's just added a little bit of shade. So the Vanilla has added the light part and Tease is just adding a bit of shade. As you can see there, just gives a bit more depth. I'm going to take it all the way down to the eye corner and all the way across. So that is the start of the look. I actually think that's quite nice. I might even do something similar to this look. I really like that colour in the crease. I might use that look and do quite a light eyelid at some point. Right, so I'm going to go for quite a bold purple sort of look today. So I'm going to start using an Electric Cool eyeshadow from MAC as a base. This one is in Highly Charged. And it's this very sumptuous purple. It really reminds me of the colour of the Dairy Milk chocolate boxes. These are very creamy and I prefer to apply these with my finger. I think that a lot, because they're quite creamy, I think they soak into the bristles of a brush. And I don't think you get as much. So that's 2 little tiny dabs of the product, and I feel like I've got quite a bit there. And I like that. Whereas if I'd used a brush, I felt like the last time I used a brush with these shadows, I just didn't get a very good colour payoff with these, and it just took me forever to get a decent colour. So that's why now I use my finger. So now I'm actually going to move on to the Vice palette. I absolutely love the packaging on this, but I feel like it does get quite grubby. It's like a very sort of rubbery sort of texture, and I don't know, it's not great because it seems to suck dirty fingerprints to it, but it is pretty, it's just keeping it clean. But I do find that with Urban Decay stuff anyway, sometimes they're not the most practical of packaging, but these shadows are stunning, so it's worth it. Now I'm actually going to use the colour Vice appropriately. I'm going to show you that. That is this colour here. Again, a beautiful, rich, velvety purple colour. Really, really beautiful. And I'm just going to put that on top of the existing purple. And this just adds a bit more depth, really, of colour, because this is just a really beautiful, bright shade. So now I'm going to take the accent brush from Real Techniques. And I'm going to use Verve, which is my favourite colour in this palette. It's really, really beautiful. It makes a gorgeous highlight colour. I'm going to use that on the inner eye corners, and I'm going to use that as a brow highlight as well. But for the moment, just on the inner eyes. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Vice. Beautiful champagne sort of colour. And I'm just going to put that just at the top of those shadows there. I'm not using it as a highlight, I'm just using it on the edge of the colours, just to add a little bit of light and to soften the edges. Hopefully you can see there that that just totally softens that lovely edge up there. Now I can go back to Verve and do a highlight on the brow bone. So now we're going to take a fairly bold gold colour from the Vice palette, and this is called Blitz. It's this one here. And I'm going to put that on the outer eye corners. So now with that hint of gold there on the outer corners, I'm just about finished the eye. I am going to do a little bit of liner. So for liner I'm going to go with Urban Decay's Zero. Right, the last little touch that I'm going to do is I'm just going to take another Urban Decay eyeshadow. This is in Grifter. It's a lovely sparkly sort of lilac. I'm just going to add a little highlight just to the centre of the eye. Just going to pat it on, and as you can see it just lightens up that central area. Today I'm going for Zoom Lash by MAC. So that is the end of the actual eye look, and we're going to go on and finish the rest of the face. So I'm going to move on and do just a little bit of a blush and quite a nudish sort of lip with this. So that's MAC's Prep and Prime. There are a couple of lipsticks that I think will look nice from this, and they're both from the Gareth McHugh collection. Gareth Pugh? Gareth Pugh! I always want to call him Gareth McHugh. I really don't know why. So I'm actually going to use one of the MAC Gareth Pugh lipsticks in this look, and this one is Restrict. I think Fervent would look really good with the gold accent on it. This is a beautiful blackberry type of purple. I think it would look really great with this look. So if you stick around at the end of the video, rather than do it separately, I think I will actually do my nude lip first, and then I'll do a more vampy lip at the end and show you what you could do if you wanted to vamp it up considerably. But I'm going to use Restrict, which is just this beautiful grey pink. It's totally amazing. I wish I'd got a backup of it, but if it comes out again I would definitely get this colour again. It's so stunning, I love it. And that's it. I love that sort of pale pink lipstick. It's really pretty, and the packaging on these, oh, it's so amazing, and it just feels so cool and heavy, and oh, just, yeah, feels expensive. Really love them. So I am going to use this one called Seasonal Peel. This came from the winter collection last year. I love the packaging on these, and it came with the 4 eyeshadows, and then the blush is underneath. I love this blush. I think it's just quite natural. There you go. I think that's just really quite a natural colour. And for my highlight, I'm going to use MAC's Lightscapade. This is one of my favourite MSFs. And I'm just going to put that on top of the cheekbone area there. Just as you can see, it's just a really lovely glow. I'm going to put some of that down my nose, some in the Cupid's bow. And that is the finished look. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please stick around if you want to see me make a more vampy lip look. That'll come up after a few photographs of the look as it is. So now we're going to turn this into a very vampy purple and gold lip, which is more of a party sort of look. And I'm actually going to use another Gareth Pugh lipstick, and this one is called Fervent, and I just showed you it. Beautiful blackberry purple. And I'm going to use a rich purple chromographic pencil from MAC, and I'm going to use that to line the lips and just colour them in a little bit, and I'll probably put this bit in fast forward. Okay, so now we're going to put on the purple lipstick. I'm actually going to do that straight from the tube. Love this colour so much. I've actually worn it a couple of times. I really like it on. And as you can see, it's a perfect match for this pencil. So that is a really wild vampy purple. I love it. I think it's amazing. But I think purples can really suit everybody, and it's a colour that a lot of people will run away from. I go, oh no, I don't want to wear purple. But to be honest, I've seen so many tutorials on YouTube where a lot of people of different skin colours have used purple lipsticks, and it just seems to suit everybody. It's just so beautiful. But I just love it with like my red hair and my fair skin. I think it just yeah, looks great. I like it. So now with that on, I'm going to take a gold, and for that I'm going to use a MAC lipstick, and this one is in Tanarama, which is just a beautiful gold colour. You can just see it there. And I'm not going to put this on from the tube, it's going to get really messed up. So I'm going to use some lip brushes. I've got two here, and what I want to do is I just want to coat both sides of the brush, and I don't want to go back onto the lipstick with a brush that's touched the purple, so that's why I've got two brushes. And the thing with this is quite moist surface, so I'm actually just going to dab the colour on. So with the Tanarama done, I'm just going to take another liner, but it's actually an eyeliner. I'm actually going to use it just as a little bit of a highlight in the Cupid's bow. So I'm going to use Midnight Cowboy from Urban Decay, which is just really, really beautiful. And I'm going to use that just in the Cupid's bow. That just adds a little bit of a sort of slightly gold highlight, just defines the Cupid's bow. Another thing that I totally forgot to do, which I keep on forgetting, is to put my Urban Decay Ozone. This is a lip liner. I should have put this on before. I've got a little bit of bleed there already. That's the thing with these strong colours, particularly the very vibrant purples. You really do need something like this on to prevent the bleeding. So that is it. So now I've added the purple gold vampy lip, and I'm going to come in a bit. Just show you that. And I think that looks really good with the look, because it's a purple gold eye and then a purple vampy lip, and then just kept the cheeks quite simple. You don't want it all to be going on at the same time, and it just proves that you can have something of a little of a dramatic sort of eye and have a dramatic lip at the same time. I think it's very a party appropriate sort of look. But I'm now going to go and take the dogs for a walk and put the L'Oreals. But I just enjoy putting makeup on, I enjoy having fun with it, and I wanted to do a tutorial today because I had this look in my mind about what I wanted to do. The gold and the purple totally reminds me of dairy milk, I don't know why. I mean, the purple is the dairy milk box, but I love the sumptuous colours of purple and gold together. So thank you very much for watching. I am going to do a 12 Days of Christmas. The lovely Curry of Curry Loves Glam did ask if I would do a few sort of Christmassy makeup looks, which will be within the 12 Days of Christmas. I'm going to do a very sparkly sort of New Year's look, and I'm going to do a couple of Christmas looks as well. I'm going to do a very sort of dark look and then a more natural look as well. I'm going to possibly do a nail tutorial, and there will be some other sorts of videos in there, just a mixture of things really. So that's it for today. Hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. I want to thank everybody for subscribing, supporting and commenting on my videos. I love you all, and yeah, thank you very much. I love you and leave you and say goodbye. Okay, so now we're going to turn this into a very vampy purple lip. Purple lisp. So there's a pre-walk fight going on at the moment. I swear that if a herd of elephants came running through here, I'm so used to so much interruption that I would just, you know, totally ignore it. That's it there. And Millie has decided that she wants to come and say hello, don't you, Millie? Oh, Millie, get off. Millie. No, too big for getting on my knee.